Feeding time used to be the fastest moment of the day. You'd open a can, and your cat would appear out of nowhere. But now, they walk slower. They sniff first. Sometimes they walk away. And here's the part most cat owners don't realize. It's not always age. It's not always appetite. Sometimes, it's the food we lovingly chose. Doing something their older bodies can no longer handle. Today, I want to show you 10 wet cat food ingredients senior cats should avoid. Not to scare you, not to shame you, but to help you protect the cat who's trusted you for years. And the ingredient most people miss is hiding in plain sight. Gentle music fades in. Why loving owners choose the wrong food, and why it's not your fault. If you're watching this, you care deeply about your cat. And that's exactly why this happens. Most owners choose food based on. It says senior formula. My cat likes it. The brand feels trustworthy. The vet once mentioned it years ago. Those are good intentions. Real intentions. But here, the problem. Senior cats digest food differently. Their kidneys work harder. Their stomach acid is lower. Their hydration needs are higher. Their inflammation response is slower to shut off. So ingredients that were once fine can slowly become stressful to the body. Not overnight. Not dramatically. Quietly. Over years. Let's start with the first ingredient many owners don't even notice. Visual, label zoom in. Ingredient 1, carrageenan. Carrageenan is a thickener. It makes wet food smooth, creamy, comforting to look at. It's used in many popular pâtés. But research suggests carrageenan is associated with gut irritation in some animals, especially those with sensitive digestion. And senior cats, they almost always have more sensitive digestion. What owners often report: softer stools, occasional vomiting, food refusal, gurgly stomach sounds, weight loss without clear reason. Not because carrageenan is toxic, but because older digestive tracts are less resilient. Pause. If your cat has been eating the same food for years, and now suddenly can't tolerate it anymore, this is often why. Retention reset. Have you ever noticed your cat licking the gravy, but leaving the meat? That's a clue. Ingredient 2, meat byproducts unspecified. Now let's slow down here. Byproducts aren't automatically bad, but unspecified byproducts are different. When a label just says meat byproducts, you don't know what animal, what quality, what nutrient profile, or how digestible it is. Senior cats need predictable nutrition. Their kidneys and liver are less forgiving of variation. And inconsistent proteins are linked to digestive upset and appetite loss in older cats. Visual, simple checklist. Look for heavy check mark, chicken liver. Heavy check mark, turkey heart. Heavy check mark, beef liver. Avoid vague terms. Retention reset. If the label doesn't tell you what it is, your cat's body has to figure it out alone. Ingredient 3, artificial colors, yes, even in wet food. You might think wet food doesn't use dyes, but some do. Red 40, yellow 5, blue 2. They're added for humans, not cats. Cats don't care what color food is, but older cats are more sensitive to additives that provide no nutritional value. These colors are associated with increased inflammatory responses in aging bodies. That can show up as itchy skin, ear debris, dull coat, frequent licking, low-grade inflammation that never fully calms. And inflammation is one of the biggest energy drains in senior cats. Pause. If your cat sleeps more than usual, but still seems uncomfortable, this is worth checking. Short story 1, real life style. A woman named Linda wrote to us last year. Her 14-year-old tabby, Milo, stopped finishing meals. She tried new flavors, new brands, more expensive food. Nothing worked. We asked her to check one thing: the thickener. She switched to a carrageenan-free option. Within a week, Milo started eating again. Not more, not faster, but fully. Sometimes the body just needs less irritation, not more variety. Ingredient 4, phosphates hidden mineral stress. This is the one most owners miss. Phosphates are often added to improve texture and shelf life. But in senior cats, excess phosphorus is strongly linked to kidney stress. And kidney function naturally declines with age, even in healthy cats. When phosphorus intake stays high, waste builds up faster, appetite drops, nausea increases, energy declines, water intake rises, muscle loss accelerates. The tricky part: phosphates aren't always listed clearly. They hide as sodium phosphate, calcium phosphate, phosphoric acid. Visual, label highlight zoom. This ingredient alone can quietly change how a senior cat feels day to day. And most owners feed it without realizing. Retention reset. When was the last time you checked phosphorus content, not just protein? Short story 2, gentle, believable. A rescue foster named James noticed something odd. Every cat over 12 stopped eating the same brand. Younger cats were fine. Older ones walked away. The common ingredient: added phosphates. He switched formulas. The older cats returned to the bowl within days. Same brand, different recipe. The difference was invisible, but the body noticed. Cliffhanger ending, important. Now here's the part that surprises even experienced cat owners. The next ingredient is in foods labeled high protein. And it's one of the hardest on aging kidneys and digestion. Most people think they're doing the right thing by choosing it. But for senior cats, it can quietly do the opposite. That ingredient is coming up next. And it's the one I wish every owner knew about sooner. If you've ever stood in the pet food aisle feeling overwhelmed, this part is for you. Because now we're going to finish the list and show you how to choose food that actually supports your senior cat's body. Not perfectly, not obsessively, just wisely. Ingredient 5, excessive protein from unnamed sources. This one is tricky. Senior cats need protein, but they need digestible protein. When food uses unnamed protein meals or concentrates, it can raise kidney workload, increase waste buildup, reduce appetite, cause nausea, lower energy. It's not the amount alone. It's the quality and digestibility. Research suggests older cats benefit from moderate, high-quality protein, not extreme levels from unclear sources. Visual, split screen, good versus unclear label. Ingredient 6, wheat, corn, and soy fillers. These aren't toxic, but they are associated with digestive strain in many senior cats. Older cats produce less of the enzymes needed to process plant fillers efficiently. That can lead to gas, bloating, softer stools, nutrient malabsorption, food refusal. If your cat eats but loses weight, this is a common reason. Ingredient 7, sugar, yes, really. Some wet foods include sugar to improve taste. But senior cats don't need it, and their bodies handle glucose less efficiently. Added sugar is linked to inflammation and energy swings, which can worsen arthritis, discomfort, and fatigue. Pause. If food smells sweet to you, check the label. Ingredient 8, artificial preservatives, BHA, BHT, ethoxyquin. These are used to extend shelf life. But research suggests they are associated with increased oxidative stress in aging animals. Senior cats already have weaker antioxidant defenses, so every extra burden matters. Look for natural preservatives like mixed tocopherols, vitamin E, rosemary extract. Ingredient 9, excess salt. Older cats often drink more water, but not always enough. High sodium increases thirst and kidney workload. It can also raise blood pressure, which is a growing concern in senior cats. If your cat suddenly drinks more, urinates more, and eats less, salt could be part of the picture. Ingredient 10, flavor without source. This one sounds harmless, but natural flavor without a source can mean hydrolyzed additives that stimulate appetite artificially. Senior cats may eat it at first, then lose interest. And it can mask poor ingredient quality underneath. How to read cat food labels correctly. Simple method. Visual, step-by-step label zoom. Here's a simple 30-second method. Step 1. Check the first 5 ingredients. These matter most. Step 2. Look for named proteins. Chicken, turkey, beef, not meat. Step 3. Scan for thickeners. Avoid carrageenan if possible. Step 4. Search for phosphates. Less is better. Step 5. Check for dyes, sugars, and vague flavor. If you do just this, you're already ahead of most owners. Safer ingredient alternatives for senior cats. Calm music, B-roll of cats eating peacefully. Here are options that are generally better tolerated by older cats. Heavy checkmark named meats and organs. Heavy checkmark broth-based moisture, not gravy thickened with gums. Heavy checkmark low phosphorus recipes. Heavy checkmark simple ingredient lists. Heavy checkmark natural preservatives. Heavy checkmark moderate protein from clear sources. Heavy checkmark added omega-3s for inflammation support. You don't need perfection. You just need less stress on aging systems. A calm, honest truth. Your cat doesn't need the trendiest food, or the most expensive one, or the one with the most promises. They need food that feels easy on their body. That's it. If they eat calmly, finish meals, rest comfortably, and keep their sparkle, you're doing it right. Gentle subscribe invitation. If this helped you feel more confident about what's in your cat's bowl, you're in the right place. We break down food labels, ingredients, and safety topics calmly, so you don't have to guess or worry. Subscribe if you want to feel more informed and less overwhelmed every time you feed your cat. Your cat has trusted you for years. And now, you know how to trust the label too. If you've ever looked at your cat's bowl and thought, I just want this to help them feel good, this part is for you. Because now that you know what to avoid, we're going to talk about what actually helps senior cats thrive, not just survive. No trends, no fear, just ingredients that work with aging bodies instead of against them. The goal of senior cat food, most brands get this wrong. Senior cat food should do 3 things. Reduce internal stress, support hydration, make eating feel easy again. But many foods still focus on extreme protein, strong flavors, thick textures, long shelf life. Older cats don't need excitement. They need gentleness. And when food feels gentle, you see it in their eyes, their coat, their energy. Let's talk about the ingredients that actually help. Ingredient 1, named soft proteins. Senior cats do best with proteins that are clearly named, lightly processed, easy to break down. Examples: heavy checkmark chicken, heavy checkmark turkey, heavy checkmark rabbit, heavy checkmark duck, heavy checkmark beef in small amounts. When digestion is easy, less waste builds up in the blood. That means better appetite, Less nausea. Steadier energy. More interest in food. Visual, slow motion cat chewing calmly. Retention reset. If your cat chews slower now, that's not weakness. It's a sign they need food that works with their pace. Ingredient 2, natural moisture broth-based, not gravy. Hydration is the biggest gift you can give a senior cat. Broth-based foods. Support kidneys. Reduce constipation. Improve circulation. Make meals easier to swallow. Gravy, on the other hand, often relies on gums and starches. Look for heavy checkmark bone broth, heavy checkmark meat broth, heavy checkmark cooking water from the protein itself. Visual, label zoom in highlighting broth. Ingredient 3, lower phosphorus recipes. This one quietly changes everything. Even cats without kidney disease benefit from lower phosphorus as they age. Less phosphorus equals less waste buildup equals better appetite. Many owners report more consistent eating, fewer walk-away moments, brighter eyes, more engagement. You won't see it overnight. You'll feel it over weeks. Ingredient 4, healthy fats, especially omega-3s. Older cats need fat, just not cheap fat. Omega-3s are associated with reduced inflammation, joint comfort, skin health, brain support, kidney protection. Look for heavy checkmark salmon oil, heavy checkmark sardine oil, heavy checkmark anchovy oil. Visual, on-screen checklist. Ingredient 5, simple fiber, very small amounts. Aging digestion slows down. Tiny amounts of gentle fiber help. Regulate stools. Reduce hairball strain. Support gut bacteria. Examples: heavy checkmark pumpkin, heavy checkmark psyllium husk, heavy checkmark chicory root. But more is not better. Senior cats need balance, not bulk. Short story, gentle, real life. A 16-year-old calico named Nari stopped eating at night. Her owner tried warming food, changing flavors, even hand-feeding. Nothing helped until she switched to a broth-based, low-phosphorus recipe. Nari didn't eat more. She ate calmer. Sometimes, that's all the body is asking for. How to build a senior-safe bowl, simple formula. Visual, 3-layer bowl animation. Think in layers. 1 moisture first, broth-based food. 2 gentle protein, named meat. 3 support fats, omega-3s. If the label matches this, you're already doing better than most. Cliffhanger to part 4. But there's one mistake that causes many senior cats to stop eating. Even when the food is perfect. It's not the ingredients. It's the transition. And in part 4, I'll show you how to switch food. Without stress, hunger strikes, or guilt. If your cat has ever looked at a new bowl of food and walked away, this is for you. Because senior cats don't reject food to be difficult. They reject food when their bodies feel unsure. And once you understand that, transitions become calm, predictable, and safe. Why senior cats struggle with food changes. Younger cats adapt fast. Older cats adapt carefully. Their digestion is slower. Their smell is weaker. Their gut bacteria are more sensitive. A sudden change can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, refusal, stress, appetite loss. So we slow down. Not to spoil them, but to respect the body. The 7-day senior cat transition plan. Visual, simple calendar graphic. Day 1-2. 90% old food / 10% new food. Let the smell introduce itself. Day 3-4. 75% old / 25% new. Watch stools, watch energy. Day 5-6. 50-50. This is the most important phase. Pause here if needed. Day 7-8. 25% old/75% new. Day 9. 100% new food. No rush. No guilt. If you need 14 days, that's okay. The smell first trick works wonders. Senior cats rely more on smell than taste. Before changing food, open the can. Let them sniff. Offer a teaspoon next to the old food. No pressure to eat. Many cats accept food before they eat it. What to do if your cat refuses the new food? Calm reassurance tone. This doesn't mean failure. Try. Heavy check mark warming slightly. Heavy check mark adding a teaspoon of broth. Heavy check mark mixing more slowly. Heavy check mark offering at a different time of day. Heavy check mark hand feeding a small amount once. Never starve a cat into switching. That raises stress hormones and hurts trust. Reading your cat's body language during transitions. Look for slow blinking, relaxed whiskers, calm posture, steady eating, normal grooming. If you see lip licking, walking away, head shaking, crouching, hiding, slow down. The body is asking for patience. When to pause or go back. Go back one step if stools change suddenly, appetite drops, energy dips, vomiting occurs. This isn't regression. It's listening. Long-term feeding rhythm for senior cats. Older cats do best with smaller meals, more frequent feeding, consistent timing, calm environment, warm food, familiar bowls. Routine reduces stress, and stress affects digestion. Final calm message, emotional close. Your cat doesn't need perfection. They need presence, patience, consistency. And now, you know how to choose food that supports them, how to avoid what stresses them, and how to change meals without fear. That's real care. Gentle subscribe invitation, trust-based. If you want more calm, honest guidance about senior cat nutrition, safety, and aging, this channel is here for you. Subscribe so you never have to guess what's in your cat's bowl again. Because feeding time should feel like love, not worry. There's a moment most cat owners miss. It's not dramatic. It doesn't look like a miracle. It's quiet. Your cat finishes eating and doesn't walk away. They lick their lips. They blink slowly. They settle down nearby. That's the moment you know. The food is finally working. And today, I want to show you how to recognize that moment, so you never doubt yourself again. Why senior cat health improves quietly, not loudly. We're used to big changes, big promises, big labels. But senior cat health improves in whispers. It shows up as steadier breathing, calmer meals, warmer naps, smoother grooming, softer eyes, less tension in the body. Not more energy, just more comfort. And comfort is the real goal of aging well. Visual, slow motion cat resting in sunbeam. Sign 1, eating feels calm again. This is the biggest one. When food is right, senior cats approach the bowl without hesitation. Eat steadily. Pause without leaving. Return later to finish. No stress. No packing. No sniff and walk away cycle. Many owners report this change first, usually within 2-3 weeks of switching. Sign 2, drinking normalizes. You may notice less frantic drinking, fewer trips to the bowl, more balanced intake. This often means heavy checkmark lower sodium, heavy checkmark better moisture in food, heavy checkmark reduced kidney strain. It's subtle but powerful. Sign 3, the litter box becomes predictable again. This is one of the clearest signs the gut is calmer. Look for regular timing, Smaller, firmer stools. Less odor. Fewer accidents. Less straining. Senior digestion loves routine. When the food works, the body relaxes. Sign 4. The coat changes even if you didn't expect it. Owners are always surprised by this. The coat becomes softer, less oily, less dandruff, smoother to the touch. That's fat balance. That's hydration. That's lower inflammation. It's the body saying, thank you in its own way. Sign 5. Your cat seeks you out more. This one is emotional. When the body feels better, cats become more present. They sit closer, sleep nearby, follow you again. Not because they're younger, but because they're more comfortable in their skin. Pause, let it land. Why you don't need to keep changing food. Once you find a food that works, stop searching. Stability matters more than novelty. Senior cats thrive on sameness, predictability, rhythm. Constant changes create stress, and stress always shows up in digestion first. The one bowl rule, important. If your cat eats, heavy check mark calmly, heavy check mark consistently, heavy check mark without symptoms. You don't need more brands, more flavors, more supplements, more tricks. The bowl is enough. Trust it. How to tell if it's time to adjust again, not panic. Sometimes food needs change again. That's normal. Consider adjustment if appetite fades for 3+ days, stools change suddenly, drinking increases sharply, weight drops, energy declines. When this happens, slow down, reassess ingredients, simplify, return to basics. Not everything is a crisis. Most things are conversations. The truth about aging cats, gentle, honest. Aging is not failure. It's not decline. It's not something to fix. It's a season. And food is one of the few things you can control. A small daily act of care. That's powerful. A viewer once wrote, "My cat doesn't run anymore, but she eats peacefully now, and she sleeps with her paws open." That's success. Not more years, but better ones. Final message, series ending. You've learned how to read labels, how to avoid hidden stress, how to choose gentle ingredients, how to transition safely, how to trust the quiet signs. You've done enough. Feeding time can go back to being simple, calm, loving, and your cat will feel it every single day. Soft music rises, B-roll of senior cat eating, then sleeping in sun. Final subscribe invitation, natural, not pushy. If this series helped you feel calmer and more confident about caring for your cat, you're always welcome here. Subscribe if you want more guidance that's gentle, honest, and safe. For you and the cat who trusts you most. Thank you for feeding them with care.